What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, this is going to be a long one, so stick around. Today we got the Twitch legal docs again. Privacy notice. Twitch.tv privacy notice. Twitch Interactive Incorporated and its affiliates are subsidiaries from Amazon.com Incorporated, Amazon. This Twitch privacy notice applies to your use of the Twitch services available on the Twitch website and any related websites, applications, service, or live in-person events provided, owned, or operated by Twitch Interactive Incorporated with its affiliates, Twitch, that link to this privacy notice collectively to Twitch services. Twitch values already off to a bad start. Twitch values the privacy of users, subscribers, publishers, and members, and others who visit and use the Twitch services collectively or individually, you or users, and wants you to be familiar with how we collect, use, and disclose personal information from and about you. By visiting the Twitch website, setting up your Twitch account, or using the Twitch services, you are accepting the practices described in this privacy notice to the extent permitted by law. For the purposes of data protection laws, Twitch Interactive Inc., located at 350 Bush Street, 2nd floor, San Francisco, California 94104, is the data controller of your information collected in connection with the Twitch services. You may share personal information when using Twitch services. One such example is when you provide information about yourself as part of the Twitch account creation process. Another is when you take certain actions on the Twitch services that are public or intended to be public in nature, such as when you broadcast content, participate in a chat room, post profile information, follow a channel, or subscribe to a channel. Given the social nature of some of the Twitch services, such as information may be collected, used, or disclosed by others who are part of that social interaction. In addition, some features of the Twitch services are designed to provide others with information about user activity, such as identifying the user who created a particular clip or the subscription status of users for a given channel. We encourage you to be mindful of this when considering your activity on the Twitch services. Whoa! Storage and access to cookies that may be set in connection with the Twitch services are governed by the Twitch cookie notice. Tables of contents. Personal information Twitch collects about you. How Twitch uses personal information. When Twitch discloses personal information. Data subject rights and your own choices. Account closure and deletion. Third-party websites and services. Extensions and applications. Advertisers and analytics providers. Do not track. Data security. Retention of your information. Children's privacy. Merger or sale. International data transfers. Changes and updates to this privacy notice. Twitch contact information. Additional information for certain jurisdictions. Personal information Twix. Fucking Twix. Twitch collects about you. We reserve the right to obtain certain types of information about you when we provide the Twitch services. Please note, if you do not provide us with such information or ask us to delete it, you may no longer be able to access or use the Twitch services. User-provided information. When you register for Twitch services, upload, purchase, view, or download certain content or products from Twitch services, either consist or sweepstakes, register for or attend a live in-person event, or otherwise use the features and functionality of the Twitch services, you may provide a variety of information about yourself to us, such as your name, voice, or image. The content you create or upload, your chats and communications, Twitch username, email address, postal mailing address, telephone number, date of birth, credit card number, and billing information. Automatically collected information. When you access the Twitch services or open one of our emails, we automatically record and store certain information about your system by using cookies and other types of technologies. Cookies are small text files containing a string of alphanumeric characters that are sent to your browser. For information about what cookies are, how they work, how Twitch uses them, and how to remove them, please see Twitch cookie notice.
Examples of such information we automatically collect include Internet Protocol address, IP address, a unique user ID, device and browser types and identifiers, referring and exit page addresses, software and system type, and information about your interaction with Twitch services. Examples of how Twitch uses automatically collected information include to A. Automatically update the Twitch application on your system. B. Remember your information so that you will not have to re-enter it during your visit or the next time you access the Twitch services. C. Provide customized advertisements, content and information. D. Monitor the effectiveness of marketing campaigns. E. Monitor and store aggregate site usage metrics, such as total number of visitors and pages accessed. And F. Track your entries, submissions, and status in any promotions or other activities. Twitch Live in-person events. Twitch holds live in-person events that may include creators, speakers, and exhibitors. These events will be photographed, recorded, and streamed, both by Twitch and by others, and these materials may be used for promotional purposes. In addition, attendees' badges may be scanned with their permission. There will be various places where you may be given the option to, or experiences for which you may be required to, scan your badge. If you scan your badge or agree to have your badge scanned by Twitch event staff, the data will be used for various purposes, such as analytics, promotional products, or prize fulfillment, consistent with this notice. Exhibitors may offer to scan your badge when you visit their area or events. By allowing exhibitors to scan your badge, you acknowledge that Twitch may transfer your personal information to the exhibitor, and that once transferred, your personal information is subject to the exhibitor's privacy notice, and the exhibitor may contact you directly afterwards. Information from other sources. We may obtain additional information from third parties and sources other than the Twitch services. For example, we may obtain additional information from advertisers, games or services you use, or social media networks such as Discord, Steam, or YouTube, for which you have approved our access, or where you have made such information publicly available. When you access the Twitch services through social media networks, or when you connect the Twitch services to social media networks, you are authorizing Twitch to collect, store, and use information, such as content and engagement information, in accordance with this privacy notice. We may also obtain information from third-party services, such as Riot or Steam, regarding your use of such services, including information about your use of the content you choose to broadcast through the Twitch services. We use this information to supplement the information we collect about you to provide more relevant, safer experiences for you with the Twitch services and improve the Twitch services, analytics and advertising. If we combine or associate information from other sources with information that we collect through the Twitch services, we will treat the combined information in accordance with this privacy notice.
How Twitch uses personal information.
Twitch uses such information to operate, maintain, enhance, provide, create, and develop all of the features, functionality, and services, new or existing, found on the Twitch services, provide security for our websites, products, software, applications, or live in-person events, manage relationships with Twitch account holders, for example, partners, affiliates, including making or receiving payment, improve users' experience with Twitch by providing content recommendations and by delivering content that we hope users will find relevant and interesting, including advertising and marketing messages, allow you to comment on content and participate in online games, contests or rewards programs, prevent fraud and abuse, and understand the usage trends of our users.
We use your email address and or telephone number to communicate with you, including to notify you of Twitch services updates. For customer service or contacting you regarding any content that you have posted or downloaded from the Twitch services. You may sign up to receive text message notifications. If you wish to stop receiving notifications by telephone, reply "stop" to any text message from us. Note that we may send you additional informational or transactional notifications. Twitch may periodically send promotional materials or notifications to you related to the Twitch services. If you want to stop receiving promotional materials, you can go to your account settings once you have logged into the Twitch services, or follow the unsubscribe instructions at the bottom of any email from us. You have installed a mobile app and you wish to stop receiving push notifications. You can change the settings either on your mobile device or through the app. In order to meet legal obligations, Twitch may collect and process user information. If we believe in good faith that such collection and processing is necessary to comply with U.S. state and federal laws or other applicable laws around the world. For example, in the country of your residence, or respond to a court order, judicial, or other government requests, subpoena, or whatever the fuck that word.
A subpoena. It's a piece of paper saying
I don't give a
you gotta go to court.
Or warrants in the matter legally required. We may also ask for your consent to process your personal information for a specific purpose that we communicate to you. When you consent to our processing your personal information for a specified purpose, you may withdraw your consent at any time and we will stop the processing of your data for that purpose.
Twitch will rely on legal grounds to process your personal information to the extent permitted by applicable law, which may include, without limitation, to honor contractual commitments, to take steps in anticipation of entering into contract, to fulfill legal obligations, to document your consent, and to support Twitch's legitimate interests. Some examples of these legitimate interests include monitoring and analyzing the use of Twitch services, communicating with registered users through notifications or emails regarding Twitch products and services, advertising, responding to inquiries or complaints from potential or actual Twitch users, taking appropriate or necessary actions to protect Twitch from potential liability or from fraudulent, abusive, or unlawful uses, investigating and defending ourselves against third-party claims or allegations, protecting the security or integrity of the Twitch services, or protecting the rights, property, or safety of Twitch, our users, or others.
When Twitch discloses personal information. Information about Twitch users is an important part of our business and our work to provide the best experience across Twitch services. We take seriously the responsibility of safeguarding your personal information and honor the trust you place in Twitch. Twitch is not in the business of selling our users' personal information to others. Twitch shares personal data only as described below with our parent company, Amazon.com Incorporated, and the subsidiaries, whatever the fuck, of Amazon.com Incorporated that are either subject to this privacy notice or other follow practices at least as protective as those described in this privacy notice. We disclose information to service providers working on our behalf, such as to provide website hosting, maintenance, and security services, fulfill orders, conduct data analysis and create reports, offer certain functionality, or assist Twitch in approving the Twitch services and creating new services and features. We require that these parties process such information in compliance with this privacy notice. We authorize them to use the information for only the purposes for which it is provided to them. and we require them to use reasonable confidentiality measures.
Twitch may share personal information with and receive personal information from our affiliates, meaning entities controlled by, controlling, or under common control with Twitch, including Amazon.com Inc. and its subsidiaries that are either subject to this privacy notice or follow practices at least as protective as those described in this privacy notice. Personal information collected by Twitch may be combined with personal information about Amazon customers, and that combined information may be used by both Twitch and Amazon to operate, provide, develop, and improve Amazon's and Twitch's products and services.
Twitch may disclose user information if we believe in good faith that such disclosure is necessary to comply with U.S. state and federal laws or other applicable laws around the world, for example, in the country of your residence, or respond in a court order, judicial, or other government request. Fucking that word again.
Judicial?
No. Subpoena.
A subpoena?
Or other warrant in the manner legally required. Twitch also reserves the right to disclose information that we believe in good faith is appropriate or necessary to protect Twitch from potential liability or from fraudulent, abusive, or unlawful uses, investigate and defend ourselves against third-party claims or allegations, protect the security or integrity of the Twitch services, or protects the rights, property, or safety of Twitch, our users, or others. Other than set out in this privacy notice, you will receive notice when personal information about you might be shared with third parties, and you will have an opportunity to choose not to share the information.
Almost sound like you said other.
Data subject rights and your choices.
Twitch's Privacy Choices page describes your privacy options with respect to the Twitch services, including information about how you may be able to review, update, or delete information that Twitch may have about you. You may decline to share certain information with Twitch, in which case Twitch may not be able to provide you with some of the features and functionality found on the Twitch services. If you have created a Twitch services account, depending on the service, you may be able to update your profile information and preferences, or disable your account by logging in and going to the Twitch setting page.
For other requests to review, update, delete, or otherwise limit Twitch's use of information that you have provided directly to Twitch, contact us through the Contact Support page under the Privacy Questions category. To protect your privacy and security, we may take steps to verify your identity before granting you access or making corrections to your information. You are always responsible for maintaining the secrecy of your unique password and account information at all times. We will comply with valid requests to exercise your data subject rights in accordance with the applicable laws in your region. Please note that in some circumstances that we may need to keep processing your information for certain legitimate interests or to comply with a legal obligation. If these rights apply to you, they may permit you to request that we obtain access to or a copy of certain personal information we hold about you, prevent the processing of your personal information for direct marketing purposes, including any direct marketing processing based on profiling, update personal information that is out of date or incorrect, delete certain personal information we hold about you, restrict the way that we process and disclose specific personal information about you, transfer your personal information to a third-party provider of services, revoke consent that you previously provided for the processing of your personal information. For more information on how to exercise these rights, please proceed to our Privacy Choices page. I already read that. If applicable, You may make a complaint to the Data Protection Supervisory Authority in the country where you are based. Alternatively, you may seek a remedy through local courts if you believe your rights have been breached. Account closure and deletion. If you would like to close your account and delete your profile information, please go to the Delete Account page. For Twitch services other than the Twitch website and application, you may inquire about updating or deleting information which may be processed by Twitch through the Contact Support page under the Privacy Questions category. If you close your account, Twitch may retain certain information about you for the activities described in this privacy notice, or as permitted or required by applicable law. Third-party services and websites. The Twitch services may link to a third-party website or services. This privacy practice of those third parties are not governed by this privacy notice. We encourage you to review the privacy policies of these third-party websites and services to understand their practices.
Your phone went off.
If you connect to a third-party service, such as Discord, Riot Games, or Xbox, through the Twitch services or otherwise link your Twitch account with a third-party service, you are requesting and authorizing Twitch to share or grant access to information on your behalf, such as your username, the fact that your connection originated from the Twitch services, and other relevant usage and diagnostic information with such third party. We may also send information about the content you watch or your activities on the Twitch services to such third parties. For example, we may make information available to app developers, game developers, and game publishers to facilitate purchases and awards of digital goods, such as games and in-game items.
Extensions and applications. The Twitch Extensions program allows creators to embed interactive custom third-party content and applications on their channel pages. You can find out more of the specific extensions operating on a given channel by clicking on the attribution links or icons that Twitch will make available on the channel page. For example, on the Twitch video player or at the bottom of an extensions panel.
Interaction by a viewer with an extension or with the channel on which the extension is activated will provide the developer that operates the extension with viewer information of the nature described above in automatically collected information. Twitch does not provide access to your username or ID to third-party extension developers as part of the Twitch Extensions program unless you click Grant Access within the extension, or you install an extension on your channel. You are responsible for any information you provide to the developer independently, for example through a web form on the extension or visiting that developer's website.
Developers may also create applications that are not located on the channel pages or on Twitch. We require extension and application developers to process data about you only for the purposes set forth in our developer services agreement. We encourage you to visit the respective application's website or extension's detail page to review any privacy policy posted by the developer, which may include additional information on their privacy practices. Advertisers and analytics providers. Twitch may use third-party web analytics services in connection with the Twitch services. These service providers use a variety of tracking technologies such as cookies to analyze how users use the Twitch services.
The Euros fighter.
The information collected, described above, and automatically collected information may be shared or collected directly by these services and processed.
The world is as big as a dinner plate.
And where does it live?
Somewhere in the Amazon,
Then I
somewhere.
ain't
To
worried about it.
evaluate your
These
use
are in America.
of the Twitch
And they
services.
fly. Amazon, so I ain't worried about them. 'Cause they
Twitch may also work with third-party
I live far
ad
away from the
networks,
Amazon.
advertisers, and advertising analytics providers to target
Until
and measure the
next thing you know,
performance
you
of
wake up
ads
and boom, you're in
both
the
on and
Amazon.
off the Twitch services. We may share with these third parties, or they may directly collect data, such as cookie and mobile ad identifiers, in order to engage in advertising activity, including to understand how you respond to advertisements and to serve relevant ads. Twitch also works with third parties to serve ads to you off Twitch services. When we do so, we may share information such as your email address or resettable device identifier for a specific advertising partner to match the information that they may have about you. Advertisers on Twitch, or representatives or service providers working on their behalf. Twitch advertisers sometimes use technology to serve ads that appear on our services directly to your device. They automatically receive certain data, such as your IP address, when this happens. They may also use cookies or similar technologies to measure the effectiveness of their ads and to personalize ad content. This privacy notice does not apply to, and we cannot control, the tracking technologies and activities of Twitch advertisers, and you should consult their respective privacy policies. For more information about Twitch advertisers and similar entities that use these technologies, and to opt out of their advertising practices, please visit our Privacy Choices page.
Do not track. Do not track. D&T is a privacy preference that users can set in certain web browsers. D&T is a way for users to inform websites and services that they do not want certain information about their web page visits collected over time and across websites or online services. We are committed to providing you with meaningful choices about the information collected on our website for third-party purposes.
In Vermont, a 14-year-old is running for governor.
Oh,
The fuck?
In
Nice.
Vermont, a 14-year-old is running for governor.
Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure your shirt's inside out. Consider not see the tag.
And that is why we provide the Network Advertising Initiative, NAI, your online choices, UOC, and the Digital Advertising Alliance, DAA. Opt-out links above. However, Twitch does not recognize or respond to browser-initiated D&T signals.
And that's it. That's good. Being different today. What did I say wrong?
Data security. Twitch uses a variety of managerial, technical,
Who's texting you? Your mama?
and physical measures to protect the integrity and security of your information.
Today?
These measures may vary based on the sensitivity of your information. However, no security precautions or systems
Screwed up.
uh,
If Damien actually had a life and had been made to stay home to do this, they're just gonna be canceled.
can be completely secure. We cannot ensure the security of any information you transmit to Twitch,
Right?
and you do so at your own risk. We cannot guarantee that such information may not be accessed, disclosed, altered, or destroyed by any breach of our physical, technical, or managerial safeguards.
You know,
Retention of your information.
teachers that want to become teachers like my sister. You know, maybe I'm just
So I'm pretty sure that there's
Twitch maintains data related to your usage of Twitch for long as it is required to fulfill the relevant purposes described in this privacy notice,
YSU
as may be required or permitted by law,
to one of our students.
such as for tax and accounting purposes, or as otherwise communicated to you. Once you have asked us to close your account and delete your profile information, we will delete all information that we are not required or permitted to retain by law. Children's privacy. If you are under 13 years of age, or the minimum age required where you live, if it is older than 13, then you may not use or access the Twitch services at any time or in any manner.
Protecting the privacy of young children is especially important. For that reason, Twitch does not knowingly collect or maintain personal information, as defined by the United States Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, from persons under the age of 13, the age of 16 in Australia, or the minimum age required for use of the Twitch services in your jurisdiction of residence if that age is older than 13. The minimum age. If Twitch learns that personal information of persons under the minimum age has been collected on or through the Twitch services, Twitch will take appropriate steps to delete this information.
If you are the parent or legal guardian of a child under the minimum age who has created an account on the Twitch services, then please contact us through the contract support page under the privacy questions category to have that child's account terminated and the personal information deleted. For residents of countries and regions where the processing of personal information is based on consent, Twitch will not knowingly change in that processing for users under the age of consent established by applicable data protection law. If we learn that we are engaged in that processing with such users, we will halt such processing and will take reasonable measures to promptly remove applicable information from our records. Merger or sale. In the event that Twitch or some or all assets related to the Twitch services are acquired by or merged by a third-party entity or in connection with a contemplated change of ownership transaction, we reserve the right in any of these circumstances to transfer or assign the information that we have collected from users as part of that merger, acquisition, sale, or other change of control event, including in the course of diligence. International data transfers. Information collected by Twitch may be stored or processed in your region. In the United States, for instance, in our major data centers, or in any other country where Twitch or its affiliates, subsidiaries, whatever the fuck, partners, or other service providers are located in, or maintain facilities. If we provide any information about you to any such entities, we will take appropriate measures to ensure such companies protect your information adequately in accordance with the privacy notice and applicable law. Changes and updates to this privacy notice. Twitch reserves the right Twitch reserves the right to change, modify, add, or remove portions of this privacy notice at any time. For example, to reflect updates to the Twitch services or reflect changes in the law. Please check this privacy notice periodically for those changes. Your continued use of the Twitch services after posting the changes constitutes your binding acceptance of such changes. We will not materially change our policies and practices to make them less protective of personal information collected in the past under a prior version of the privacy notice without the consent of affected individuals. Twitch contact information. Please contact Twitch with any questions or comments about this privacy notice at 350 Bush Street, 2nd floor, San Francisco, California, 94104. Visit the contact support page under the privacy category or send an email to privacy@twitch.tv. Our data protection officer, DPO, can also be contacted at privacy@twitch.tv. We will respond to your inquiry within 30 days of its receipt. If you are a California resident, you may have information emailed to you by sending a letter to the foregoing address with your email address and your request for information. Twitch UK Limited has been designated by Twitch Interactive Incorporated as its representative under the UK General Data Protection Regulation, UK GDPR, for residents of the UK. Please contact the Twitch UK with any questions, including questions about your rights or comments about this privacy notice at Twitch UK Limited, 1 New Oxford Street, WC 1A 1BA UK. Visit the contact support page under the privacy questions category or send an email to privacy@twitch.tv. Twitch Interactive Germany, GmbH, has been designated by Twitch Interactive Incorporated as its representative under the EU General Data Protection Directive, GDPR. GDPD, for residents of the European Union and its member states. Please contact Twitch Germany with any questions, including questions about your rights or comments about this privacy notice at Twitch Interactive Germany, GmbH, Marcel Brewer Street, 1280807, München, Germany. Visit the contact support page under the privacy category or send an email to privacy@twitch.tv. Additional information for certain jurisdictions. Additional site-specific privacy disclosures. Visit the state-specific privacy disclosures page to read additional disclosures required under applicable laws. Japan privacy disclosures. Visit the Japan privacy disclosures page to read additional disclosures required under the Act on Protection of Personal Information. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, my sister's gonna be adopting someone.